Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Butterfly Bard. Today we're going to do a decorate and a plan with me for the first week in March, so March 2nd to the 8th. Normally I decorate the whole month in advance with one kit, usually from Sweet Choir from somewhere, but this month I love St. Patrick's Day. I'm very Irish in certain ways, so I actually am going to decorate 1 week at a time, and I'm going to have different kits from different shops every week, you know, to kind of spruce things up because I don't have one big kit. So this kit is from Busy Bee Planners. It's the Scottish Highland bundle, and I got this on her transparent mat. So that's sheet A, and then this is sheet C. Very Outlander, very thistly. I love it. So I know this is Scottish and it's supposed to be St. Patrick's Day, but I just thought it worked. So this is sheet E, sheet B, and then this big one is sheet D. So I got the whole kit. So I thought we'd go ahead and decorate the whole week, and then we'll plan the whole week while we're here, but I like to decorate first. So this kit does not come, hang on, let me dig up my wall. Yep, my whiteout. This kit did not come with any date dots or date days, but I stole this script of these days from a different Busy Bee. It was a journaling kit because I just love the font, and I don't tend to use date covers and stuff when I'm journaling. So I thought that these would be really pretty. And then for date dots, we're gonna pick something in here. This is from Hobby Lobby, the Agenda 52, and this book just literally has everything you could possibly want. Weeks, dates, everything. So we'll go ahead and pick some dates for that. First, what we're going to do is we're going to lay down our days of the week. And since these are on clear, I'm going to go ahead and white out the days of the week just so that they don't show through our clear sticker. Okay, spruce it up a little. Whiteout doesn't like that day, apparently. I got this kit, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, and I've been hoarding it because I really, really wanted to use it for St. Patrick's Day. I just thought it would be so pretty to stare at for the whole week, for 1 whole week in March. All right, so we've gone ahead and whited out all of our days. So we'll go ahead and get our little tweezers. I get these on Amazon. I actually like the curved end. It comes with a straight end too, but the curve just works so well. So we'll go ahead and put our days down. If I can get this to peel up. There we go. Oh, that's a beautiful font. This is gonna look so pretty. So how is everybody doing? By the time you see this video, it's gonna be pretty much the end of February, first day of March. And you know, February just moves so quickly. I mean, I know it does because it's only 28 days on the calendar, but even if it had 30, I don't know, February always runs really fast. I think January tends to drag after the holidays. You're just like, oh, get back in the routine. There's nothing else coming up right now. It's weird, but what you gonna do? All right. One more. Perfect. So let's get some dates. So this book, let's get to the ones I haven't used yet. Here we go. All right, I don't think we're gonna want, all right, so let's see. We don't really want any gold. There's nothing gold in the kit. These are square black ones. That might work. A lot of this is gold. I don't really want to use any contrasting colors. And these little dots are tiny compared to the font. I think we're just gonna take this sheet right out, and we're gonna use these black and white ones. All right, so Monday is the 2nd. I know the stickers are all, you know, clear, but they don't make the numbers in this kit in clear. They make the days of the week in like clear. I'm transparent, but the dates are actually matte. I don't get it, but I figure for tiny little numbers, it'll look better than my crazy handwriting, so I'm not too worried. All right, and then the 5th, 6th, 7th, and the 8th. All right, so we've got it all dated. Next job, let's fill out the main week, because it's kind of my point of reference for everything. So we're gonna wipe this out like I do with even the Busy Bee planner kits. I have really giant handwriting, so I can't write in these. It would be comical for me to even try to put anything down. And I think since these are transparent, I'm gonna have to white out all of it. That's okay. You're not gonna be able to see it, the whiteout underneath. I just don't want the lines underneath whatever I put here, because it'll just look funny. And even though I'm not going for perfection, I do like some things to look fun. All right, so I think we'll start with this. Do we want, you know, with the thistles at the bottom? I don't want to have to trim the thistles. I think we're gonna put the plaid down. And we'll just plunk it down just like that. And because that's all we've got, let me get a washi card. I have this, I just cleaned out my washi cards from my, oh, they're in my planner. I'm such a nudge. I just got this one from Busy Bee. Little cow reading, so adorable. I don't know if this is gonna tear properly. No, that is not gonna tear properly. We're gonna have to get our little slicer. With my arm, my little slicer from Amazon. We're just gonna put this here for a hard edge and just slice right through. Come on, there it goes. All right, so I'm just gonna put this, because I don't wanna waste anything. I just like to put a little bit something right there. All right, so now we've got, nope. And then I like to put something over here for decoration. When I plan, I'm gonna put like meal planning and stuff there, but I like to add a little pizzazz here and there. Make it look pretty. I do have to stare at it for a whole week. All right, so let's see what else we have. I think we should probably decorate some of the days now and then see how we go. All right, I love this big castle. So we are gonna put the big castle right on Monday because it's just so pretty. Oh, I like how that's fussy cut. That's really pretty. Let's put her on Friday. I'm not very precise about this. Just kind of plunk it down wherever we go. And then, sorry, are you in the frame when I'm pulling these up? Put this beautiful, oh, I love the transparent. It's just gorgeous. What else do we have here? Got this cute little house. I want to add something else to the front page, but let's see what we can do. Get some of this larger deco down first. This one looks kind of spooky. I don't know why. All right, let's go ahead and put her down. And I feel like I need to layer her on top of something. So. That's kind of cool. Okay, I like it. I'm not too picky. Oh, a library. Something of my dreams. Let's see. Let's put you right there. And then put some of you right there. I feel like I'm missing a page. Did I do them all? Everything has at least one piece. I want to put something kind of like right here. I'm just trying to figure out what. So let's see what we got. We've got the girl. I like that. This little Highland cow. I'm not sure about the Scotty. I'm not really sure how that fits in. Let's put the girl down here maybe. Oh, it's cute. Okay. put a couple of these little thistles right there. Kind of zhuzh. Yeah, let's put it over here. All right. And then I normally do like a to-do list in this week, so this would be really great for right there. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's see. I think we'll put some thistles on the weeks, because why not? They're just so cute. I mean, I know we have thistles next to thistles, so that might look a little strange actually. But we'll plunk one or two down. Now that I've done it, I'm not gonna stop. All right, I don't have anything for here. This I usually use for like an extra to-do list, goal planning, anything like that. So let's go ahead and maybe put some of these corners on the page, kind of bracket this out a little. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. All right, this one didn't have any big deco. What should we put there? I got the thistle. This one looks more spooky. I don't know if I want to use that. I feel like I should layer something here. Maybe squirrel walking? Yeah, happy about that. That works. All right, and then I don't know, some of these, they look pretty good. I do need space to write. I do write pretty big throughout the week. All right, I think we're gonna stop there until we get some plans out. This really needs something. Ah, Stonehenge. Love it. I love these Highland cows. I feel like he has to go somewhere. It's gonna look weird. Oh, that looks better there. Okay. No cow next to the girl. That looks weird. How about the cow with the flowers? Yep, it works. And then we'll put you right there. Oh, very nice. Okay, we don't have much left. I don't think I'm gonna use this one. It's just kind of spooky. I might save it for Halloween. I'm not really sure where I want the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and hold off. I can place them as we do our planning, which we need to do next, but I think that looks really good for now. Do a quick flip. I think the days look really nice. Yeah. This one looks a little empty, come to think of it. I think we need Mr. Bagpiper. Of course I say it looks good, and then I decide let's add more, because why not? I think we'll do this little thistle right up here. I don't think I'm gonna use the dog. I don't really know where I would put the dog or what I would do with the dog. Looks like a Lord's library. Let's go ahead and give him some of his wall decorations. All right, I lied. We're just gonna keep using the rest of the kit. It's just so pretty, and I don't want anything to waste. I can write around it. I can add stickies should I be so inclined. Yeah, we need something right here. How about we layer those two? Okay, I like it. Let's roll with it. I think the thistle would be really good here. And then we just have a cask and a bottle of whiskey. Being both Irish and Scottish, I love some whiskey. So let's go ahead and let's put the cask here. Makes that a little, and then look at that. We've practically used the whole kit. We'll put the whiskey right there. Okay. So I lied. We're gonna just decorate the whole kit. And we did. And I think this looks good because I'm gonna have lists, like to-do lists and my sprints and everything here. So we'll go ahead and get that one set up next. Okay, time to plan. Now that we've decorated March, the first week of March, let's go ahead and plan it out. So I've got some of my stickers let's go ahead and flip to March. This is a vellum from Sweet Quiet Design, and I've gotten in this habit of putting vellum on the insides of my months, and it just kind of, this one's a little uneven, and it just kind of gives it like a little character. I kind of like it. So let me just trim this edge a little bit. I didn't get it very straight with my paper cutter. Okay, so there we go. So how I tip this in, and I learned this from Robin at Talks from the Heart, who learned it from Nessie at Nessie's Plans. Get this really thin, and I think mine's a little thicker than the one they use, but I like this. This is double-sided tape. It's really, really strong. And all I'm gonna do is stick it here on the bottom edge. This doesn't have to be perfect, because my planner is rarely, if ever, perfect. I just kind of put it right on the edge. I don't go all the way up sometimes. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I can see I have this big extra section right there. Okay. So now we've got it on here, and I just like to flatten it a little bit. And then, because I've never managed to tip in with, you know, here's like the side of a credit card and a couple pieces of tape, and it's just, it always flops out and it's wonky and it makes me crazy. So when I learned this, game changer. Just take off the little edge, stick it right in the seam where I want it, and then press down, and voila, it's tipped in. Isn't that great? So easy, not dealing with tape, not flumping everything around. All right, so let's go ahead and plan. We went ahead and already decorated this week. So, I mean, I think I love this kit. This is also Busy Bee Planners, and I just love it. So the vellum was from Sweet Quiet. So first, I get these, she calls them her blank schedules. I use them for meal planning. So I just buy these in bulk at Sweet Quiet Design, and I thought this pinky purple might be really great for my meals. So we'll go and put that in there, and then I need my reusable sticker book and my tweezers. Are there tweezers around here? Oh, they're there. I lost them. Okay. So for the first week in March, let's go ahead and put down all of our little icons. This I got at Shine Sticker Studios. So I tend to do laundry on Sundays, and this came in a free kit. So it's little Frank with this laundry basket. So I'll put him there. And then Simon with trash, because trash is on Wednesdays. Oh, the dreaded, you know, being a woman. Weigh in. I hate it, but life is as life is. As I'm recording this, it is March 1st, so can't believe February is already over. It's just insane. Put change bedding. I do all these same activities every week, but I kind of like having, you know, all my little stickers here because it just really helps me remember things. Grocery shopping is on Saturdays. Planning is always on Sundays. Let's see. And then we have, oh, come on, there's Connie. I get paid on Fridays. And I think that's all for the main pages. Oh, wait, medication. I like to be able to track all of these. And again, this is Sweet Quiet. All right, and then we're gonna need some whiteout. I'm gonna wipe this out right here. It says focus, but I have a different little word I like to put there. I think I just put, yep. Oh, I've got one more. I'm gonna have to find them in my reusable sticker book and put some more in here. That's Create. That's where I like to put, you know, all my different tasks and stuff. Here I like to usually put my sprints. I'm wondering if I have a sticker that will fit there. That's more St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. I really like these little long ones. I just don't know if any of these with the color is gonna match. Too blue, too purple. Wrong pink. We might have to just write that on this week, and that's okay. That is okay. So then let's see what else. My little words. Here we go. So, oops. My little to-dos. So put that right there. This week can go right here, and we'll put our sprints in there. We'll probably just have to write it out, which is totally fine. My handwriting doesn't bug me, so I don't mind. That's our menu. All right, I think we got all the stickers there, so let's go in here. I know on Friday, need to mark payday. I like to do all my stickers first, then I go back in with my pen and fill out whatever I need to. And then we are actually having, this is in no particular order. We have a quarterly bug treatment done in our house, especially as it gets warmer. You know, little earwigs, and I think some people call them silverfish. I'm from Colorado. I call them earwigs. But we have them come because they're just so gross and icky, and it's not my favorite. And then Saturday, I don't know if you're a member of the writing community with Heart Breathings, the first Saturday every month is called Double Down Day. And it's basically, if you're going to write 500 words normally, then you write 1,000. So you try to double down and you try to push yourself. And they've literally all day sprints. And I usually just make it a full, you know, hide myself in my study and just write until I can't write anymore. So I really like to do that. Okay. And then for other stickers, so I recommend Saturday, May 7th. It's fantastic. Just go to Heart Breathings. They have a Google Calendar. All right. Oh, I probably should do green. I work in finance, and the first 2 days of the month are what we call our billing time, where we issue all of our invoices to our clients. So I actually work different hours on those days, so I just like to have a little written schedule there. All right, I think we have put down all the necessary stickers. That to-do is crooked, and it's going to bug me. There's perfection, and then there's just craziness. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is one of my new pens. You'll see in one of my upcoming haul videos. Fantastic. So I just like to keep track of the sprints. So we'll just go ahead and write the days of the week in here. And I just abbreviate. All right, so Saturday is Double Down Day, so that's going to be all kinds of sprints. And then let's see. I didn't see any on the calendar for Monday. Tuesday, they actually have an 8 to 10 a.m. I'm going to try because I have different working hours this Tuesday. And then Wednesday is my favorite because I can usually join the 5 to 8 and then a little of the 9 to 11. And then this one's 9 to 12 noon. So I didn't see anything for Monday, so we'll just cross that off for now. For my working days, it's a little later day, so 9:30 to 6, and then 10:30 to 7, and then back to normal. The bug guy is coming 4:15, and then I put the Double Down Day. All right, so I got everything that I'd written on my little handy list. Let me think, what else do we have? Already meal planned. I don't know of anything on my to-dos just yet. Oh, for Double Down Day, I love to use these really big stickers, these ones, to write down all my sprints. So let's see if I can find one that I like that matches. There's some blue in this one. That one might be really cute. That's a little too teal, and I like them bigger because I like to do, 5, 6 sprints. So we'll go ahead and lay this guy down early, just so I can have him for when I want to record all my sprints, because I like to write it down, you know, very much paper and person, right over his arm, but I think it's okay. And then this way I can write, you know, how many minutes and, you know, what I wrote. So go ahead and place that in there. And I think we're actually done. These pages will get filled up quite manically as the week goes on. Last week's wasn't too bad. Let's see. So that was the to-do. And then some pages just get filled. I had some of these from they're from Busy Bee. They're her pet studio, I think. Pet tape. It's pet tape stickers. Some writing news. Just fill in randomly, and then here's today. So I haven't filled in any of my sprints yet today, but the weeks always look a little chaotic. And then I just need to do my February review for the month. And then March, I like to put the 3 goals I'd like to attain every month for March. And back in February, they were to work on my writing, work on my health, and then I'm trying to do a project called Project 47. I kind of stole the idea from Sarah Cannon of some goals and things I want to accomplish before my 47th birthday. And I just turned 45, so I've got 2 years, so that's good, so I'll go ahead and get that filled out. And then we've already put our vellum in. And then these 2 blank pages I usually just use for my monthly to-do list. So I'll probably try to find a, this one might work for St. Patrick's Day, or maybe I need to get a darker green. I'll probably just sit here and make little dots and just make my to-do list, but I haven't decorated this yet, so. But it looks like we've got the week planned. So normally I plan the full, like I decorate the full month and plan every week. We're going to be decorating and planning each week as it goes, since I don't have a set kit for my March. So every week is going to look different. I think that's going to be a really fun change. So thanks for joining me. Consider hitting subscribe, push up the like button, and have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.